For Gujarat Giants in the Women's Premier League, well, let's just say that there's no way whatsoever to go but up. And the main reason for that is, well, this is the team that finished rock bottom of the inaugural edition of the WPL. Of their 8 games, they only won 2. And what's worse, they were nowhere near contention for the playoff spots, which is, of course, the top 3. So they were nowhere near contention. They have made a few changes, but going into the season itself have been rocked by a few rather unfortunate, let's say, injury issues, and we'll get to that in just a bit. So first off, it's worth talking about what their strengths and weaknesses potentially could be. Now, when it comes to strengths, they do have some solid players in their ranks as well. They did go out and sign a Phoebe Litchfield, who had done rather well for Australia during the series that took place against India. She did very, very well in the white ball, so she's definitely one to watch out for. There are plenty of others also who have done well when it comes to, let's say, the domestic side of things. The Indian players, they also do have the advantage of having Catherine Bryce from Scotland. Now, why is that an advantage? Well, because Catherine Bryce from Scotland is from an associate nation, and if any WPL team has a player from an associate team, then they have the option of playing 5 foreign players. So that is perhaps the biggest advantage that the Giants have, like the Delhi Capitals did last year when they had Tara Norris, who for some reason they mysteriously let go of in this particular season, despite giving that advantage of playing 5 foreigners. Anyway, for Gujarat, as I said, no real place to go but up. But the good news is they do have some strong foreign players, and in fact, I dare say there might be some issues with them selecting their best 11, especially when it comes to the 4 foreign player slots, or as could be the case, the 5 foreign player slots if Catherine Bryce ends up playing. The bad news is that when it comes to the Indian department, they are a little bit, let's say, on the weaker side. They don't really have the kind of standout Indian talent that a lot of teams may have that will make you go out there and say, wow, yes, there's a Diane Hemalata. She's been a good addition in recent times. But otherwise, there's not a lot of other players who really make you stand up and take notice. There's also a Sneh Rana. But again, as I said, the lack of a star marquee Indian player really is hurting the Gujarat Giants, and that is something that could be a problem for them, could be a weakness for them. Of course, they had signed Kashvi Gautam, who you'd remember was sold for a record about 2 odd crores for a player that young. But unfortunately, she also ended up pulling out due to an injury, so won't be available for this edition of the WPL. That is another big problem that they've had to contend with. They also brought in Leah Tahuhu as a replacement player. She, of course, would be a good addition if she gets to play. But as I said, for the Gujarat Giants, there's definitely one major weakness, and that is the lack of Indian players. And you need to be having good Indian players to kind of supplement your foreign stars. Unfortunately, I don't see Gujarat Giants having that in this particular edition either. And that's not, of course, their fault. The talent pool in India is very limited right now for women's cricketers, and those who get the big players will generally not let go of those particular players, not very easily at least. But one of the things that they'll need to do is perhaps try and nurture talent. That being said, that is a long path to success. So as far as their chances in this particular season, well, I think it'll be an accomplishment if they can not finish last for 2 straight years running. They do have some good players, but striking a balance will be the major issue, and that is why I think I have the Gujarat Giants down as one of those teams who could potentially be finishing last. I hope, and if you're a Gujarat Giants fan, I sure hope you too would be hoping that I am proven wrong. But as of now, there's nothing I see to suggest that they could be right up there challenging the better teams in the tournament right now. And when I say the better teams, I do mean the teams that have come from existing IPL legacies. So a Royal Challengers Bangalore, a Delhi Capitals, and Mumbai Indians would be the top 3 teams for me as things stand. I think Gujarat Giants fall a few levels below that, but hey, stranger things have happened in the world of cricket. But what are your thoughts on Gujarat Giants' chances? Well, you can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsTak app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. But now from my side, it's goodbye.